Peacekeepers in Bosnia. The British Army has been here for more than a decade through one of the bloodiest civil wars of the last century. They are part of the multinational NATO force, SFOR. Their job, to stop a new outbreak of war. Every 6 months, a fresh regiment arrives. For the first time, the British Army has allowed cameras to follow its Bosnian peacekeepers in action. Today, the bomb disposal team is home on the range, detonating explosives found in weapons searches. Life on tour, doing without sex.
Males aren't allowed in the female accommodation and vice versa.
And doing almost without drink.
But 2 cans is not enough. I mean, the first can doesn't even touch the sides, anybody will know.
I'm the commanding officer of the Banja Luka metal factory here in Bosnia. This is my train set.
Banja Luka base in northern Bosnia, called the metal factory because it's been built around a disused metalworks. The army leases the base from a local businessman, paying £30,000 a month for the privilege.
Because this was the only factory in and around Banja Luka area, I mean, it employed 700 people, which was quite a lot. And of course, when the war started in '92, they all left and joined their various armies, and it just ceased production. Yeah, somebody owns it, and we pay him rent every month for it. I think far too much, but who am I to say how much we pay rent for? £30,000 a month rent. A lot of money. We support everybody that's in this place. We give them life support. Basically, we feed them, we clothe them, and we accommodate them. We make them better if they're ill. We look after their teeth. We give them water. We just look after their needs. Whether there's not enough yogurts for lunchtime, or the spoons are too big for supper, or breakfast finishes 1 minute early, yes, I have to sort all those problems out. You have to be a real diplomat. I call myself Ambassador Right, and I'm also Commanding Officer Hugs and Kisses, and you have to be very diplomatic.
The Banja Luka metal factory houses 1,400 people, the multinational contingents of SFOR, British, Canadian and Dutch soldiers, along with a handful of German and American specialists. One of the units here is the British Explosives Ordnance Disposal Team, EOD, or Bomb Disposal for short. They have one of the most dangerous jobs in the army, to defuse bombs on site or take them away and detonate them in controlled explosions. Today they're going out to the range at Manjaka to destroy weaponry collected in recent op harvests or arms searches.
No, I suppose you kind of get used to doing EOD and you kind of become aware of exactly what you can and cannot do with it. As long as you have respect for the actual ammunition itself, you'll be fine. But most of the stuff we get out here is fairly safe. There's a lot of it. People have stored underneath their beds and in cupboards and stuff like that, and it's been there for years. And by the time you come to it, it's already pinned, it's fairly safe. Just by taking away all their weapons and explosives and everything, at the end of the day, it's just going to save lives. So if they've got nothing to throw each other and shoot each other with, there's nothing they can really do to hurt each other. So, yeah, I think what we do is an important job. It definitely needs doing.
Another job that definitely needs doing is manning the main gate.
It's been 45 minutes, we got another 50 minutes to go.
Well, so you do an hour, do you?
Yeah, and then we go on the VIP gate and just switch off every hour.
At the moment, it's the turn of the Canadians to do guard duty.
How long are you on for?
3 months.
All right, mate. Cheers.
You're here on gate duty for 3 months?
Yeah.
That's all you're doing?
That's all we're doing. We've got lots of opportunities to go up to the Bosnia and Croatian border, do patrols with the Welsh that are up there, and we've also had offers to go on patrols with a bunch of the Brits around this camp as well. So
you're here day in, day out for 3 months on the gate? Does it not get boring?
Terribly. Very, very boring. Very monotonous. Our job is not hard.
A convoy of 5 EOD Land Rovers has made its way to Manjaca after stopping at the ammunition bunker to pick up the boxes of explosives to be detonated. Bomb disposal is dangerous, but after years of training, getting to recognize and understand every type of explosive device, the fear goes and the force of habit kicks in.
Well, listening guys, the range brief for today. Welcome to Manjaca South Range, you've been here before. The 2 pits we'll be using I'll show you later on. The explosives area will be kept in the back of my Land Rover, and the full mooring faction stuff is in the back of Sergeant Fullerton's Land Rover. We'll get the full mooring faction stuff out first, lay it out, and I've already detailed you out into different serials. Everybody wear helmets and body armour on the range, and just to remind you that if you see anything on the range here that you don't like the look of or are unsure of, make it aware of myself or Sergeant Fullerton. This is a live range used by the VRS Army, and goodness knows what they've left down here for us.
The VRS is today's Bosnian Serb army. During the civil war here, Serb soldiers were notorious, often half-trained and indisciplined. They committed many atrocities. Today their army is smaller and, they say, better organised and controlled.
Hey Bill, are we blowing these pits at the same time? Yeah.
It's just a combat body armour. Just gives you limited protection against sort of fragmentation if anything did go off, obviously.
Right, what's this bit? This bit
That's,
protects your heart?
that actually will protect your main organ, like your heart. And the rest of it will stop sort of minor fragmentation, nothing major on it.
Yeah, I haven't done the submunitions yet, I'll bring them over.
I have a helmet with a mine visor on the front, which will protect my face.
What is half of what's here up to about there.
Today's menu includes 39 grenades, 2 high-explosive anti-tank grenades, 1 rocket launcher, 11 mortar shells, 13 explosive blocks, and assorted rifle grenades and small arms. Sprinkle in some plastic explosive of your own, stir together, and you should brew up a nice little explosion.
So these have all just been picked up from people's houses?
Basically, yeah, most of these actually come from the pick-up at the police station of a day, which is basically just where locals come along to the police station, just hand in the weapons that they have and ammunition they have. So this is just from people's houses, yeah, sheds, underneath the beds, things like that.
So not from the army, not from the...
No, these are basically what's left of from the war. Basically, people just kept ammunition for themselves, etc.
The explosives have to be carefully laid in 2 pits, ready to be packed round with charges for controlled detonation from a safe distance.
Between my bag and Truby's bag.
Oh.
Coming up, what happens if it doesn't go off?
If it doesn't go off, then it's going to cost me a crate, so it's in my interest for it to go off. Or else I'm going to be out sort of 20 quid.
And drinking on base, how much is enough? On the range at Manjaca, the Explosives and Ordnance Disposal team is ready to lay the plastic explosive and fuses. Then they'll run the detonation cord, det cord in the jargon, back to the firing point a kilometre away.
All you need is a small amount to set off the actual explosion inside the actual thing, and then it'll blow from there. and I think it's 6,000 metres a second or so in det core burns at. And all you simply do is connect the detonate cord into the PE4, and then that will connect up to the ring main, which will have a detonator, which will set us all off in a big one. Basically, you start with a small amount explosive, but extremely sensitive, and it just builds up until you get to the P4, which is obviously less sensitive.
What happens if it doesn't go off?
That's when the BDO earns his money, comes back down to see what's wrong with it. Basically, if it doesn't go off, or it doesn't go off correctly, we'll wait a soak period. And then one of the BDOs will come down and just see what's happened.
BDOs are bomb disposal officers, the lucky ones who take the biggest risks.
Where does that go, Paddy, that wire?
This goes into the receiver here. This is a DRFD, it's a demolition remote firing device, and this is what we use to blow our demolitions. This will be linked up till the deck cord there, it's the grey cord you can see running along the ground. That's the initiation point. This is the receiver. The receiver stays here at the DEM. The transmitter goes with the BDO to the firing point, which is 1,000 metres away, and then he can blow the demolition from there safely.
On base, the soldiers' quarters are Spartan. Steel boxes stacked on top of each other called Corimex.
This is my place. St John's Wood, J1. Nice. Yeah, if you like. Do you really want to?
Well, just to see what they look like inside. It's nice.
I'm going to go and tidy it up now. Well, I'm ready to pack. I'm off on 96-hour paths on Friday. Going off to see my wife and children in UK and the rest of the family. This is my coronet. Got a desk, got a bed, my television, cupboard, alarm clock to wake me up in the mornings. So I'm quite comfortable in here.
For the ordinary soldiers, life on tour has its plus points, along with quite a few minuses, compared to what's available back at their home bases in Britain or Germany. Private Katie Mercer, also known as Bubbles, works in admin in the multinational division's headquarters. She's 21 and is normally based in Germany.
You're not allowed out of camp unless you've got an escort, and whereas I'm in Gütersloh, you can just go into town every day after work, but here you're confined to camp and you're stuck with everyone for 24 hours, so you can't really get away from everyone because all the living quarters is close proximity to each other as well, so it's not like you can get away. These 2 rows are all female, and then the other 6 rows back there are all male.
And they're not allowed to mix?
No. Males aren't allowed in the female accommodation and vice versa.
And what would happen if they got caught?
You're in front of the CO because it's on orders that you're not allowed to mix in with the... During the day, it's not too bad, but you're talking after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock when you're up in the male accommodation. So that's when they look at you a bit funny and you can get in trouble for it.
Yeah. Even though you might not be doing anything.
Yeah, even if you're just watching a video, they still write out.
I mean, do they tend to get sort of quite friendly or even sort of fall for people when they're out here?
Yeah, there's a few relationships on camp, but obviously I haven't been caught, otherwise I'd be in trouble. But yeah, there's a few relationships because you're close together for the 6 months. I mean, 6 months is a long time to obviously be away from home as well. So.
So you're not, but what if they wanted to just go out with them, sort of quite, like a boyfriend?
Fraternising isn't allowed.
Really? Well, even if they didn't have sex, they couldn't sort of go out to be seen as a couple together?
Well, you can, but kissing in like Ecos or Tommy Tucker's is going to look a bit dodgy. So I don't think people don't do it. I haven't seen it for the past 6 months anyway. You're thrown into a situation that if people do have a relationship together, it's not going to be true, is it? Because you're in a situation that you wouldn't normally be in. So no, I would do it. There's a few nice people around.
But what about the guys? Don't they get frustrated? Like if they're away for 6 months, or?
Well, I'm assuming that they do, but
There is a lot to do if people want to do it. I do calligraphy in the evenings. I've got about 5 or 6 names. That's enough to be able to do calligraphy for an hour, once a week. We've got cooking coming up, we've got Serbo-Croat, we've got CLATE courses, computer literacy and information technology. And we've just had another class, and it's called beer and winemaking, where there's about 600 people that's actually asked to attend that. This is inside the metal factory.
Pretty big.
It's very big, but it's grim as well, and gets very, very cold in the winter. And there again gets very warm in the summer, but a bit grim, a lot of dust and crap about.
As the soldiers are restricted to base, they need facilities to keep them busy. Five-a-side football, tennis, basketball, even a mobile cinema.
And it's a wonderful facility. You can get about 80 people there watching films, and there's 4 films on every day. Good facility.
You don't think they're too spoiled?
I don't think they're spoiled at all. They come over here for 6 months. We need them to be able to enjoy themselves a little. 6 months is a long time being away. I know, I've done a few of them.
People get homesick sometimes.
Now, you only get homesick when you're at school. When you're at boarding school, no, some people obviously get homesick. They miss their wives, children, mums, dads. But it's rather like boarding school. After you've been back about 2 or 3 days, you get stuck into it and just carry on until you come back home again.
At Manyaka, the EOD team has reached the climax of the day. After hours of painstaking preparation, they're ready for the big bang.
I can feel the bang coming.
Is it going to go off, you think?
Hope so, because if it doesn't, it'll cost me a crate of beer, so...
A crate of beer?
Yeah.
Well, you have to buy a crate of beer
Yeah.
if you mess it up.
Yeah. If it doesn't go off, then it's going to cost me a crate, so it's in my interest for it to go off, or else I'm going to be out sort of 20 quid. Stand by! Firing! Now! Guess he's not getting the beers in.
Well done, Paddy. This way. Shoot, go on. Okay, after this song, the next singer will be
Talking of beer, it's Saturday on base. The Brigadier has brought in a new rule limiting alcohol consumption, and it's really unpopular. Some of the soldiers feel they could enjoy themselves a whole lot more if the rule was relaxed.
When you've had a hard week and you want to go for a drink, 2 cans just bluntly ain't enough. I mean, if you're not going out there to get paralytic and jump off buildings and cause havoc, but 2 cans is not enough. I mean, the first can doesn't even touch the side, as anybody will know, after a week, so... No, I don't. I think it's good. It's okay during the week because people have got work Monday to Friday. But Sunday is a day off for everybody here, so I think the powers to be should maybe relax it just on a Saturday night.
And what's the morale like here?
I'm still trying to find it. If anybody can get me a map, I'll go and find it. I mean, it is probably one of the worst I've seen here for a while. But that's just because I think it's just because of 2 can rule. When you think about it, it's quite sad, really. There must be a camp full of alcoholics if they get upset because they can't have more than 2 beers a night. But, no, I mean, you just make your own morale here, really.
It was a lot better when we had more than 2 cans, because it's gone down to a 2-can rule now. You're only allowed 2 cans, you get a ration card, and 2 cans, it gets marked off on the ration card. When it wasn't, everyone was up singing. Karaoke was a really good night, it was fun.
And now what, they're a bit inhibited, are they?
A little bit, because most people won't want to sing because they haven't had like any alcohol. But I'm on Tizer at the moment, so I'm doing all right.
Time to go home and hand over to Jack. He's here for 6 months. Yeah, it's time to go home. 10 months is long enough, I think.
Before leaving, Bob gives his successor a tour of his area of responsibility.
You've obviously seen Bob in action, have you, this week?
I have, yes. Yes. Tough act to follow, I'm sure.
Easy. It's going to be easy.
What's the most difficult thing, do you think, you've had to deal with while you've been here?
Trying to catch the odd 1 or 2 out that sort of exchange curry mix or has a party with alcohol in their curry mix. They must know I'm coming because every time I seem to go down there, it's all clear. And every time the brigadier seems to run round, he seems to catch them. I don't know why, but there you go.
But it's almost the end, really, now, isn't it?
It's never the end until we get on that plane or we step off the other side. And then it's another beginning, of course.
Colonel Bob will be a hard act to follow, but it's time for him to say goodbye to his diplomatic duties, dealing with soldiers under the pressure of being away from home, as well as solving international disputes over yogurt pots and meal times.